If you knew me in real life, you'd know that I have a lot of experience with insane parents. So I thought I'd check out the perfect subreddit for this. This is Javier, and he was surrendered today because his kid would not do his homework. Look at him, he looks so sad. Now, I don't believe in hell, but if it exists, there's a special place there reserved for people who do this to animals. Treat them like they're this disposable, separating them from the family that they probably love to death and would protect with their life. Now, I hope this isn't a kill shelter, but if it is, there is a much higher risk that this dog would not get adopted and even put down since it's a bully breed. Just because these parents decided to be petty on Maine, this dog is subjected to a very unsafe future. With that out of the way, what a horrible way to treat your kid. Holding a beloved pet over their head, threatening to hurt the pet if you don't comply. It is a very common tactic that abusers use. It's very common in domestic abuse with partners. These kids are being subjected to it by their own parents. It's a great way to ensure they'll tolerate this from other people in the future. Needless to say, this has happened to me many times. One of my parents decided it would be fun to threaten to sell my dog if I didn't clean my room. They even made a guest we had at the time play into it, saying that they'd happily take the dog from us. They'd frequently do this until I cried. It's a very meek example of what I've been through relating to this, but it sure left a mark on me permanently. I do not speak to that parent anymore. If you suffered in life and want other people to suffer as you did because you turned out fine, you did not, in fact, turn out fine. This is so true. One example of this is with a parent that did this to my younger sibling. They had them struggle to complete their math homework, not helping, of course, but by mocking them. When they had finished the whole assignment, the parent erased all of their work and made them do it all over again. I saw my sibling's heart shatter into a million pieces. The parent insisted that this was fair because their parent had done the same to them. Of course, the parent also was smirking like crazy. They were probably just waiting for a chance to subject their own child to this, just like they had been subjected to it as a kid. It's horrible. Imagine coming home with your report card and your parents do a react video. You guys, I'm so enthusiastic about these family vlog channels kids growing up and telling their story. I'm confident we will look back to this family vlog era and shudder because it is so bizarre and exploitative. I don't know if exploitative is a word, but it should be. Anyways, I'll be waiting over here with my popcorn. I'm so sorry this is happening to you kids. My heart is aching for you. Hey, do atheists go to hell? No. What about a parent that wants to Photoshop a stepchild out of a family portrait? Straight to hell, to the boiler room of hell, all the way down. Good, good. That makes me so happy. I know this sounds like a joke, but my bio family hung a family portrait with me absent from it in my bedroom as some kind of evil daily reminder that I wasn't really considered a part of the family, which sounds like it could be a scene from Family Guy. Now, I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but I think that I'm the one who stood behind the camera and took the photo, which makes it even more f***ed up. Parents are like, you should be grateful I only traumatized you half as much as my parents did to me. I find it so weird that someone who was treated that bad would grow up doing the very same to their own kids. Both of my birth parents repeated to me what they had been subjected to. I remember asking one of them why that was, but they just replied that they didn't know. Like, if you feel like you want to traumatize your child, like, why did you even decide to have kids? I mean, it is a choice. You don't have to get them. My children will get privacy from me when they can pay their own bills and feed themselves. Until then, you do what I say. Age negotiable. We're not friends. I haven't spoken to my mother in 10 years. Welcome to your future. Parents really need to be more careful about how they treat their children when they're young, because those children will grow up and remember how they were treated. Your kids don't owe you their future. They don't owe you anything just because you decided that you wanted to bring them into this world. You owe love, safety, and protection to your kids, but they don't owe you shit. You earn it by being a good parent. That's how it works. You know, all those wonderful conservative parents who proceed to abandon, kick out, or cut off their children for any reason, including but not limited to a child's sexuality? Well, here we go. But if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. 1 Timothy 5:8, and Okay, the temptation to send this to my Christian parent is huge, you guys. He would be baffled, I'm pretty sure. Okay, here's a chat with Dad with a picture of young Obama hugging some dude with Michelle Obama's face photoshopped into it, I think. Got this one for you. Michael, supposedly Michelle Obama. Looks like someone edited it to pull her face out wider. You know, isn't it a widespread trend to spread lies like this about black women in particular? Which in itself is pretty gross, but most importantly, why would it matter if Michelle Obama was trans? These people act like it's some kind of slam dunk. Why would it be? I don't personally believe for a second that Miss Obama is trans, but who fucking cares if she was? It doesn't change anything except that it makes these conservative people look way worse than they currently looks, which isn't really a flex either. My parents, all of the gays should die. Me.
I'm in danger!
All my fellow Ralphs out there, let's share a fist bump of solidarity. Things strict parents think they're teaching you. How to behave. What they actually teach you. How to listen for footsteps. How to appear busy. How to manipulate someone into calming down. How to lie on the spot. I moved out of my parents' home 8 years ago, and I still find myself lying about minor and unimportant things. Like completely without thinking. Especially when it's about food, since that was something that my parents were very, very strict about. Did you grow up with abusive parents? What are some of the things that you still do today that is a product of that? I'd love to know and find some solidarity with my fellow dandelion children. That's what we call them in Sweden. I don't know if it's a term used anywhere else, but dandelion children are basically people who grow up in dysfunctional homes, for example with parents that are narcissistic or addicts or abusers of any way. Dandelions are known to grow through even concrete, some kind of poetic metaphor. Anyway, please let me know if you want me to talk more about this. I feel like especially us LGBT people have unfortunately a lot of experience with this. Maybe it can help some of y'all who are still living in these conditions to know that you're not alone. If you have any tips about other subreddits for me to check out, I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching.